Are you interested what's new in the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020 and especially the aircraft liveries? Then this is the video for you. Let's roll the intro and then we'll have a look what's new. So this week we've got 8 items which are new. The first one is the one from Salt Lake Simulations. They released the A320neo V2 Frontier Livery Mega Pack. This is not a new pack, but it's a bundle, right? Because you can see the bird already here. And for those who watch my videos regularly, you probably have already figured out that we discussed this one earlier. That's 100% true, but in this case, I would say the bundle now includes all those individual packages, and it will give you 80 high quality 4K liveries of the Frontiers Airlines unique animal tails for Microsoft Inibuilt's A320 V2. So keep in mind, it only is applicable to the A320 V2, not the, I would say, default A320. And if you apply that, then you will get a lot of nice tails, including this one, and this one, right? Pretty cool. Livery pack, the mega pack. And as you can see, right, the discount is interesting. And here again, I'm gonna shout it out because what I always say is wait, don't buy those individual packages. Simply wait, because there will be a mega pack or a bundle or whatever they call it for a super interesting price. And in this case, it is super interesting because you pay, I would say, 1 unit price, but you will get a lot of mega packs. Then the next one is from FSX 360. They released the Boeing 717-200 livery pack number 4. This requires you to have the Boeing 717-200. If you don't own it, then you first need to buy it. It includes 4 liveries, right? 4 ultra high resolution 8K liveries, as they mentioned. And that's for the FSX 360 Boeing 717-200. So that's the one from themselves. So what's included? The Mexicana click, the One World, the German wings twice, and then you will get this for this nice aircraft, right? A lot of detail, as you can see, but it's pretty cool because you can now fly yourself with these liveries once you bought this package. And of course, if you own that Boeing 717-200. Then the next one is the Ford Trimotor 580. And for those who see this aircraft, they should think, hey, this one looks pretty familiar. Because if I'm correct, this one has also been released, let's say, a long time ago already for Flight Simulator 2020 by Asobo and by Microsoft in combination with some other, I would say, developers. And that is really cool, right? So what's included in this one? Because this is a new version. I would say a new version as in, okay, a new developed version. It's still the same aircraft, of course. Well, a lot of cool things, right? So it's, I would say, contains tri-motors. That's why it's called the tri-motors. So 3 motors of 420 horsepower, 9-cylinder Pratt & Whitney or 1340 Wasp radial piston engines, which is really cool. And then it has a range of 560 miles and it climbs at approximately 800 feet per minute. There's not a lot of detail what they have included, as I would say, from the development perspective. But if we scroll down, we can see the images, and the images are, I would say, pretty promising. You can see a lot of detail, right? Also, the engines are there. Also, the engines are really nicely modeled, including, I would say, the bottom of the aircraft. You can see that multiple liveries are included, which is also already cool. And then let's see what else we bring. Here it says loading, so let's keep the fingers crossed that it's really loading. And if that's not the case, we're going to continue with the next image, which is the one from the cockpit, right? So a sneak peek from the cockpit, also pretty well modeled. So then we're going out again to the outside, which contains a lot of, let's say, nice details, such as, let's say, city of Wichita, probably the name of the aircraft, and also, let's say, signs on the top right, walk here. Then in the back of the aircraft, if you're transporting stuff, then there also is an interior for there, right? So you can see, let's say, in this case, a lot of wooden things which are added. And then, of course, the Pan American Airways livery. That's also part of the package. Now, if we look at the bottom, we can see the other liveries which are included, right? Which includes the US Navy, TAT. We can see some other screenshots of the cockpit, multiple ones. Fortunately, they didn't provide those large pictures as part of the bigger images, but still a good overview of the aircraft. So, Tucson Flight System, the Ford Trimotor 5AT. Then Jet Studio is back. They are delivering the metal liveries for existing flight simulator aircrafts. In some cases, you need to buy the aircraft. In some cases, it's for the default flight simulator aircrafts. In this case, you can see it's one which is developed by Microsoft and Blackbird Sims. It's the DHC2 Beaver. You will get a lot of liveries, 16 in total, 13 for the wheels, 13 for the floats. And if you apply that, then you will get pictures like this, right? Or liveries like this, I should say. So really nice. The metal liveries, it looks like they're pretty promising, right? Because they continue to develop them, which means that there's an ask for it. And you can see that there are, I'd say, really various, right? So various items, various liveries. For this case, the DHC2 Beaver aircraft. Again, you need to buy the aircraft because it's a paid version. I don't think it's included by default. So keep that in mind. Then they did the same thing for the PZL-104 Wiga EIES liveries. And this is, I would say, an aircraft which is used for quick, I would say, short runways, I should say. And this one is developed by Godfriend's Wiga 3580 series, so you will need to have this aircraft. And it includes, again, 72 liveries for multiple or in multiple variants, right? So the Cyber for 8 variants, the Lemon for 8 variants, and a lot of other stuff. And this is how it looks like. I'm not going to go to all the pictures, but just to give you an impression what you can expect, this is what you will get, right? So National EIES, which is also, let's say, kind of a match, right? Or even, let's say, a tournament, or the better word, where you can practice your, let's say, quick takeoff and landings. And that's pretty nice. So now you can upgrade your aircraft. Then the next one is the PZL-104 Wiga metal liveries. This is a different one compared to the previous one. This one includes 137 liveries, which includes the Jet SFC metal liveries 5 times, the default metal liveries, and the G-Bunk metal one. You can see the difference, right? So there's not a lot of paint on this one, but I would say really the bare metal, including some, I would say, logos, some text, which is, again, cool to see. So Jet Studio has done their work again by adding a lot of liveries to the marketplace for multiple aircrafts. Then if we're scrolling down the list, we will find a new MiG, right? The MiG 15 UTI. It's also known as the NATO reporting midget. It's a 2-seat dual control jet trainer of the MiG 15 developed by Mikoyan Gurovic, OKB. So you can see a little bit of the history of the aircraft. And if I look at the details, right, there's not too much details about, okay, what they included for the aircraft, what, right, for Flight Simulator specific. But they still looks pretty promising based on all the details which they included here. And if you look at the pictures, right, you can see all those details which are there for the aircraft, which is also nice. So let's see if we can spot on if we've got liveries. But first I go to the inside of the aircraft. A lot of details over there, including gouges, right, in Russian. Also some other nice, say, systems are included. And this one is pretty detailed, as you can see. It's hard to say if all those, I would say, switches are working, right? But if they are working, you've got a nice aircraft for yourself, especially if you like military aircraft. And this is one which you can add to your list. It's the one to buy. Also, lightning is included in the cockpit. Pretty nice. And say based on screenshots again, it's hard to say if there are multiple liveries included. Unfortunately, there are also no other pictures included, so it's hard to say. Although this one, it looks like a little different livery, right? Because there's a different logo on it. So at least 2 different liveries based on the screenshots which they have provided. And then you can enjoy this nice MiG-15 UTI. Then already the last one, it's the TL Ultralight Series TL3000 by FS Reborn. It's a new aircraft. It's a high-wing carbon composite aircraft from TA Ultraflight. Stands the air experience of more than 700 of its low-wing siblings, the Star and the Sting. The idea of the larger cockpit with ultra-modern equipment, limited aircraft view, and surprisingly large luggage compartment has been added. So what did the developer do? Well, they made sure that the night lighting is realistic as well as the exterior lighting. The computation fluid dynamics are updated and a new Microsoft Flight Simulator prop physics fully implemented into the flight model. They did some testing with test pilots to see how realistic the flight model is, as well as they did some rain and icing effects, which are added to this aircraft. It's a highly accurate 3D model and animations. It has opening doors, full custom engine carburetor physics modeled, full custom coded checklist as per the original aircraft, right, which is the pilot operation handbook with the interactive co-pilot. Then there's an electronic flight pack included, a custom maintenance module, which is accessible via the electronic flight pack. And then there's the ballistic rescue system, also known as the CAPS, which is fully implemented. A little bit too fast. And designed with a custom physics and flight model. It's the second aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator capable of bringing this technology and experience to the users. Then there's the GTN 750 integration with the PMS 50, or the TDS requires a mod by TDS. So keep that in mind that you might need to have some additional mods if you want to use the TDS. Also for the PMS 50, there's a free version and a paid version, so keep that in mind. Now 4K liveries, PBR textures, and 10 liveries which are included, and all sounds are recorded from a real aircraft. And this is what you will get. So here you can see the rotor, here you can see the interior, and this looks pretty cool, right? So here's the outside of the aircraft. And then flying into the mountains. Pretty nice. Clean cockpit, right? Not too many signs. Lights on the outside. Maintenance mode, as they discussed, right? So you can see that you can replace certain things like the front tire. We'll also look at probably a left tire and also some other stuff. Then the parachute. And that was it, right? So nice aircraft, the TL Ultraflight Series TL3000. So in total, 8 new items are added to the marketplace when focusing on livery packs and aircrafts. In this week, it's mostly livery packs and say a few, in this case, 2 aircraft or 3 aircraft, sorry, which is still pretty nice. So let's see what comes up next week. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you're looking for videos about new scenery and airports, then have a look at the description of this video because there's some links to those videos specifically. Thanks for watching again and wish you happy flying.